Hello everyone, this is Sintrik from Czech DC-9 project. I didn't record a video for quite a long time from our DC-9er, so today I will record a video about mainly the sound setup that I was able to download a perfect Pratt&Whitney JT8D engine sound, and we're also connecting all the instruments back to the final setup, which is in the front of the aircraft. There is let's say a rack on all the electronics is on it, so we are slowly connecting it back. What is now done is all the engine panel is completely done. The flight director indicator, the HSI and the captain's RMI, and on the F side also the FDI and HSI are working. The common F1 is working, the autopilot is working, all on the guard shield, on all the pedestal, the GPS and the transponder are working. We got issues with the quantity indicators. We need new motors with slower gear train, but okay, so they will not display correct now. And also I have the one flap is 180 degrees turned, so I need to fix that. That's just a software problem. I also have the altitude alert working. There were issues as well, so that's fixed. And the complete overhead is working. So now by the sounds, there's some buzzing sound you can hear now, which is that's pretty good. But we got a lot of the sounds natural from the cockpit. For example, the avionics cooling fan are mounted now below the panels, and they are sucking air out of the space so that new fresh air can enter. And they are turned on by the battery switch, and also the altimeters, they got vibrators behind so that you don't need to click it to be precise, and they are running also from battery. So if I turn on the battery now, you hear the clicking and the noise of the fans, and we can try if we have the external power available, so we can check the voltage and the frequency. It's okay, so we can connect the external power to the aircraft. And you see all the systems are going live. Now, what I want to show you is the sound of the engines, which is pretty amazing. So I'll just do it quick. I'll turn on the APU. That will take a while, so I will pause it now and I will continue for a while. Okay, the APU is now running, so I can again check that the power is fine. 115 volts, 400 Hz. So I can now connect the APU to the buses. And now we got the APU on bus, so I can turn off the external power, and I will turn on the APU air, which is indicated by this small gouge here. So we got the air from the APU. Need to open the pneu crossfeed valves. I can check whether I have the pneu pressure there. Yes, I have left and right side, that's right. The starter is on, 4 pumps running, so I can start the engine. Now listen, the sound of the engine is stable. this error here, that's the EGT, but the same value is displayed in the flight simulator, so that's probably the problem with the bug is in the sim, not in the gouge here. So we'll start the left engine. The fuel in. The transmission between the start and the combustion is a little bit crazy, but that's because in one hand I'm holding my phone, and I need both hands to hold the starter and throw fuel in it. So I need to leave the starter closed, then I put the fuel, and then I go back to starter. So if I don't need to hold the camera, it will do a different sound. But okay, let's start the right engine. There are some voices of, I believe, of the crew that when it was recorded, but I'll need to filter that out. I see the fuel flow fuel use is not working. I don't know why. Just maybe forget to start the controller application. But now we got both engines running, and I'll listen when I advance the throttle a little. The sound is just brilliant. Of course, that's another sound that we got from cockpit, is the takeoff warning, because I got no flaps and the trim is not in the green. I will do that. Put the trim into the green range. Actually, I need about 6. I can do it also by the suitcase handle here. The handle is there because if the captain is steering the aircraft with a tiller, he couldn't touch the yoke trim in one, so he could steer the airplane, and with the other hand, with the right hand, we can adjust the trim. So this should be okay. And now the flaps set to 15. I say it's 15, but this one is just 180 degrees on the other side. Okay, so let's do a takeoff maybe. Let's try it. Now listen to the engines. And then after departure, after takeoff, then there's a 10 seconds timer of the speed brake actuator. You cannot move the lever right now. You can move it when you pull it up. Then you can move it just to the aft. And the final position is this. This is the armed position. You cannot put it to the front now because the actuator is blocking the lever as it is on the ground position. When you land, you just do this and this, and this is the takeoff position. 10 seconds after takeoff, the actuator will remove the actuator away from that so that you can arm it again, because I cannot arm it right now. So you can hear like boom, that noise. It's really quick. Then I will make a circuit, and upon landing, the actuator, when you hit the ground, will put the spoiler back and the aircraft will start to brake. And the 10 second is there because if you just don't land absolutely perfect and you jump a little, the sensor, that means if you're on the ground, would put the actuator back, which you don't want. You need, so that's before landing and takeoff. In between them there is this 10-second interval. Alright, so let's put some thrust and hopefully some brakes. Already try to take off. You hear that sound? That was the actuator. Now I can arm it. Turn on the auto flight. Turn. That's the altitude indicator, altitude alert. If I put it to 5,000, it will do it again. The engine sounds just amazing. See, 5,000. So we are 715 below. We'll make it to a level flight. We also get the vacuum systems and the radio altimeter is working, but this, as I said before, we are still working on the final setup, so these are not yet connected. But you see the compasses both showed like 60, 55 degrees. There is 50 here, so I need to recalibrate this one. It's just it's got new power source, so that's the sound of the engines. It's pretty cool. Just as real as in DC-9, I believe. I got some issues here. This is off, this is off. Fuel generator is off. Okay, well, that's better. I will pause it here again. I will do an approach, and on a short final I will continue with recording of this video. Okay, so I'm back here on base, runway 24 in Prague, waiting for the localizer to move. I will slowly turn into a heading of 210. localizer, but it's okay. The speed is now 200 knots. I can slow down a little bit. Flaps and flaps to 5. Speed is 190. Turn right to 270. Catching the ILS, 12 miles to go. The glide slope is still not alive. The speed is now 190 knots, which is okay. Once the glide slope is alive, I will slow down to 160. Slope is alive. That's the gear horn, because I put 0 thrust without the gear extended. Plus 15. Speed is 170, 167. Slope will be we are on the glide slope right now, a little slower. Landing lights on. Okay, we are 8 miles away. 8 miles. I will put down the gear. Final flaps. I can see the runway already. Flap set to 40. Landing configuration. And after landing, check out this lever here. It will shoot out just to the fully extended position. Knots right now. 137. Can slow down to 130. 135. 31 knots. miles away. Runway is in sight. Speed is 135 again, so I can slow down a little. Knots. With 2 miles, I'm disengaging the autopilot. I need to fly now by hand, so I can look into the camera. One hand steering and controlling the thrust, eyes on the runway. The other hand is holding the camera. Not armed. But you heard that noise. Landing with one hand. I never tried that, but actually it's working. We'll put the parking brake. Parking brake is on, and as we have APU running, we can turn down the engines. All flaps first. So that was it, guys. Okay. And okay, that's it. See you next time. Bye-bye.